We are here primarily for the residents to share their concerns about the impending eviction from their homes, and with Mountaire, with the town, and with the county. And we're also here to start a dialogue with the company about what the residents need to move out of their mobile homes in a timely way. Because we have a large community of people who are going to be dislodged, and without knowing where they're going to go next.
There are over 63 adults and 53 children. So this isn't a small number of people that's going to be impacted. It's going to be a big number of people that are going to be impacted. We have over 28 families who live at Johnson's mobile homes. Most of these families own their trailers. They have invested significantly in their trailers. So the loss of their trailer they're gonna feel the impact of having to lose their trailer. An interesting fact is that when we were talking with all of the residents, a lot of them expressed interest in working for Mountaire. A lot of them have experience working in poultry plants. A lot of the residents don't have the financial means to move within 6 months. Not to mention that the rent that they're paying right now is gonna dramatically increase from the $210 that they were paying at Johnson's to most places in the area charging $600.
Good evening to everybody. I would like to thank Mr. Mark and everybody who's present here for participating in this dialogue between the residents of Johnson and the Mountaire Company. My name is Andrea, and I have lived in the Johnson's parking for 4 years, and I'm an owner of my trailer. I'm here this night representing all the residents who have been meeting for several months to talk about our future in front of us having to leave our homes from Mountaire. On one side, we're happy that the company wants to create so many jobs in our community. Many of us have experience working in chicken factories, and we're interested in working for the company. On the other hand, we're very sad and very worried because we're gonna lose our homes and everything we have invested to fix them up. Additionally, we have to find a new place where to live in a town that has few options for low-income housing. We're also worried for our children who are going to suffer for having to move to a new place and maybe change to a new school a few months before the end of the school year. We are people with very few resources, and it's a lot of time and money to be able to move to a new house. This situation is very difficult for all of us. We come here to ask that Mountaire treat us with dignity and respect. Mountaire has said that they want to be good neighbors for Siler City and for Chatham County. That they're a company that's focused on the welfare of the families. You say you're committed with being honest and just with everybody, including the neighbors. If you believe it that way, we are willing to cooperate with your company and to resolve this situation in an amicable way. So therefore, the residents of Johnson, we have 3 requests for Mountaire this night. The first point, that Mountaire stops charging the rent for each one starting in November without any conditions. Second place, that Mountaire pay a compensation of $46,000 for each one of the mobile homes, not excluding the Johnson family. This financial compensation is fundamental so that we as residents can move to from our houses in a timely
Este
manner.
monto fue determinado después de
This
muchas
amount was
deliberaciones
determined
y
after
toma
many
en
deliberation,
consideración
and it takes into
los
consideration
siguientes
the
factores,
following
entre
factors,
otros.
among others:
El valor
the
del
value
reemplazo para una
of
casa móvil
replacing
usada,
a mobile home,
los costos
the
de los
cost
depósitos
of the
y
security
seguridad de los servicios
deposits
públicos y
and the public
alquiler
services
en
and
un nuevo
rent of
hogar,
a new home,
los costos de
the
la mudanza.
cost of moving to a new place.
Nosotros creamos
We
que los
believe
$46,000 es
that
un monto justo y
$46,000
adecuado para los
is a
residentes que
just
están
and
perdiendo sus
adequate
casas y
amount
su
for the
vecindario.
residents that are losing their
Nuestra
homes and losing
promesa
their
es que si
neighborhood.
Mountaire nos
Our
paga
promise
esa
is that if
compensación,
Mountaire pays
vamos
us
a
this
salir de nuestra
compensation,
traila para
we
el
would
31
leave
de
our
mayo.
trailers by March 31st. We
Resolver
hope
esta
to collaborate
situación
with Mountaire
pronto
to
y
resolve the
permitirles que
situation
sigan
soon
adelante con sus
and
planes
allow
y
them to
esperamos que
continue with their
ustedes
plans.
colaboren con
And we
nosotros
hope
y
that
nos
you
tomen en
collaborate
serio.
with us and you take us seriously.
Muchas gracias. Buenas noches
Good evening,
a todos.
everybody.
Gracias
Thank you
por estar aquí
for being
en
here
esta reunión.
in this meeting.
A nombre de todos los inquilinos
In the name
del
of
parqueadero Johnson,
all the residents of the Johnson Parking,
mi nombre es
my name
Natalia
is Natalia,
y el motivo de que estoy yo aquí
and the reason I'm
es
here
para decirle que el señor de Mountaire.
is to ask the representative of
Mi
Mountaire.
esposo y yo, desgraciadamente, no pudo venir
My husband was not able to come to be here with me
porque tuvo que ir a consulta al hospital.
because he had to go to the hospital,
Y decirle que tenemos tristeza
and we are
porque,
very sad.
perdón,
I'm sorry.
nosotros tenemos muchos años viviendo
We
en
have
la
been
calle
living
Johnson,
for many years in the Johnson Parking, more than 20 years.
y se nos hace difícil salirnos de ahí.
And it's very hard for us to leave this place and look for another place.
Y que no tenemos
And we don't have
dinero para irnos de ahí.
money to leave.
Ya no trabajamos los dos.
We don't work
Somos
anymore.
nada más él y yo.
It's only the two of
Por
us.
eso le pedimos
That's why we ask,
su
please,
apoyo,
your
su
support,
ayuda
your
para
support
podernos irnos y desocupar.
to be able to leave and move somewhere else.
No sin me da pena decirlo,
Because I don't like to
pero
say
mi
it,
esposo está enfermo.
but my husband is
No
sick
podemos seguir adelante.
and we can't continue going forward.
Gracias.
Thank you
por escucharme.
for listening to me, everybody. Good evening. My name is Cesar Mountaire Soto. The reason I'm here is to talk about my life in front of everybody, is above all to thank that everybody has come to this meeting, that we have this simple wish to do things the best we can. We have come with the Hispanic liaison because unfortunately many of us don't know how to read or write, but as Mr. Mark said, we want a humane treatment, like Mr. Mark said. That's it. Good evening, and thank you very much. My name is Ofelia. I'm a resident of the Johnson Parking. I've been there for 18 years. And this has been very hard for each one of us. And we're not losing the hope. And that they want to be a good neighbor. Good evening. My name is Jorge. I've lived in the Johnson Parking. I've been there for 10 years. I have my own home. I came here to share my story, but the truth When I'm hearing all these stories, especially Natalia,
me pone molesto,
I get very upset.
estoy frustrado,
I'm very frustrated,
impotente, porque nos tenemos
impotent,
que mover
because we have to
y
leave
tenemos que volver a empezar de nuevo.
and we have to start all over again.
No está bien
It's
que la
not
señora
good
Natalia, que lleva viviendo más de 20
that
años
Mrs.
en el
Natalia,
Embarcadero
who's
de
been
Johnson,
living there for
y tiene
more than
más de
20
70
years,
años de edad,
and she's over 70 years old,
tenga que desalojar.
she has to leave her house.
Su esposo está enfermo,
Her husband is sick.
no está bien de salud,
He's not well
y
health-wise,
es muy difícil para ellos
and it's very hard for
volver a
them
empezar.
to be able to start over again.
¿Qué harían ustedes
What would you do
en su lugar?
in
¿Qué
their
harían
place? What would
si
you
tuvieran
do
un familiar enfermo
if you
y
had a
tuviera que
sick
llevarlo al
family
hospital
member
muy seguido?
and you had to take them to the hospital all the time?
Yo sé que a ustedes no les importa nada,
I know you don't care about anything about what's happening to us
porque no nos han ofrecido nada.
because you haven't offered anything to us.
Ustedes han dicho que quieren ser los buenos vecinos,
You have said you want to be good neighbors,
pero han demostrado todo lo contrario.
but you have shown the opposite.
¿Por qué no pusieron en los periódicos?
Why didn't you put in the
Cuando ustedes
newspapers
pusieron en los periódicos que
when
querían
you
ser los
said
buenos vecinos,
in the newspapers that
¿por
you
qué no
wanted to
pusieron
be good
que
neighbors?
nos iban a correr?
Why didn't you state that you were going
Que
to
nos
kick
corren
us
para que su
out?
empresa crezca. Que nos corren
Now
porque
you're
les
forcing us out
estorbamos.
because we're in the way.
Todos sabemos que ustedes tienen muchos recursos económicos.
We all know that you have many
Pero nosotros
economic
somos
resources, but we are
y
many
tenemos nuestras voces.
and we have our voices.
Perdón, el vínculo hispano,
I'm sorry to the
Me encanta
Hispanic
este
liaison that I have not
pero yo he
stated,
hablado con algunas televisoras
but I've
y
talked with
algunos
some
reporteros
TVs and some journalists,
y ellos están dispuestos a ayudarnos.
and they're willing to help us.
Como ellos dicen, no estamos solos.
As I said, we're not alone.
Todos nos hacemos una pregunta.
We all have this
Los
question,
residentes del Embarcadero Johnson.
all the residents of the Johnson Parking.
¿Qué pasaría
What would
si los
happen
residentes
if the residents
del Embarcadero Johnson
of the Johnson Parking,
todos fueran blancos?
perdón, todos fueran qué? Ah, blancos. If we were all white, if we were all white race, it would all be different.
Pero porque nosotros somos latinos,
But because we are
¿piensan ustedes
Latinos,
que pueden hacer lo que quieran con nosotros?
you think you can do anything with us?
No.
No?
Pero dicen que ustedes quieren ser los buenos vecinos.
You say you want to be good neighbors.
Pues hagan lo correcto.
Well, do the right thing,
Porque todos nosotros
because all of
vamos
us,
a permitir
we're
mi
not
esposa,
going to allow my wife,
nuestros ancianos,
our elders,
nuestros hijos,
our children,
nuestras mascotas.
our pets,
No vamos a permitir que ustedes nos dejen en la calle.
we're not going to allow that you leave us out in the streets.
Y vamos a luchar,
And we're going to fight.
vamos a pelear
We're going to fight
hasta lo último.
until the last.
Hasta ahora, eso es todo lo que tengo que decir.
So that's all I have to say right now.